because there's no way I'm walking into a candle store and not walking out with a bag or two. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. I know I said I was taking a break from Yankee and I was just going to enjoy what I already had at home from Yankee. But when I get in store and I start smelling stuff, things that genuinely intrigue me, I can't help but to buy it. That's why my name is Fragrance Junkie, okay? So we have a Yankee candle haul, and this cozy cocktail lounge collection sounded right up my alley. So I was happy to get in store and be able to sniff the candles prior to making a purchase. Over the weekend, Yankee had a 50% off sale, I think on the entire store. So I partook in the sale. Let's get into this haul. First candle out of the bag is Ginger Mule. And Yankee does have like 2 scent notes listed on the label, but I went online and got the top, mid, and base notes for you guys. Ginger Mule is a citrus fragrance that has top notes of ginger, lime, lemon, and citrus tea, mid notes of orange blossom, cinnamon, and tonka bean, and base notes of vanilla, honeycomb, and sugarcane. And yes, I do get those citrusy top notes. I get the ginger, but it's not super pungent. I get the lime. It's a ginger lime combination. The lemon note doesn't stand out to me. It's more so the lime. And then it mentioned a citrus tea note. And it kind of does have a tea vibe to it. I never had a ginger mule before, so I'm not sure if it's made with tea, but this one isn't like a heavy boozy fragrance. As far as the orange blossom, cinnamon, and tonka bean, I don't pick those notes up on cold. And it is a slight sweetness from the base notes, and I feel like it's more so the sugar cane than it is the vanilla and the honeycomb notes. Overall, this is a citrus fragrance. So if you like citrus fragrances, you may enjoy this one. It's not overly boozy, not to my nose. And even though it does have ginger and a lot of citrus top notes, again, they're not super pungent. Those mid notes could be supporting notes to help balance out the overall fragrance and keep the citrus notes from being too tart, too tangy, too acidic. But yeah, I really like this one. I can't wait to see how it transforms once I light it up. Next up is Espresso Martini. Espresso Martini is a sweet and spicy fragrance that has top notes of espresso bean and cocoa powder, mid notes of heavy cream, caramel, and coconut, and base notes of marshmallow and whipped vanilla. And while this one is the most basic out of the cocktail lounge collection, it's good. I get the espresso note and the cocoa powder, so I get both of the top notes. There is some sweet creaminess from the mid and base notes. I don't get any coconut. Did it say coconut? Oh, it just said coconut. I was about to say coconut milk. And if the caramel note is in there, it's not overpowering the espresso and the cocoa. So this one smells amazing. Like, it smells authentic to an espresso martini. And I don't know why it's categorized as sweet and spicy, because I don't really get anything spicy, but it definitely is a sweet fragrance. So if you like your espresso fragrances, this one to me is balanced nicely with the espresso and the cocoa powder. So can't wait to light this one up, because I usually don't gravitate towards chocolate fragrances. But yeah, this has a nice balance of the cocoa, the espresso. Like I said, the caramel isn't overpowering, and you get some sweet creaminess from the marshmallow, the vanilla, and it was a mid note, the heavy cream. It's creamy, but it's not super lactonic creamy. So this smells nice and authentic on cold. Can't wait to light it. Then we have Cozy Cocktail Lounge. Cozy Cocktail Lounge is a woody fragrance that has top notes of bergamot, lemon zest, and rosewood, mid notes of cashmere, peony, rum, and sweet vermouth, which I believe is a fortified wine, and base notes of smoked patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, and crushed velvet. To my nose, Cozy Cocktail Lounge is the most sophisticated smelling out of all of the fragrances. This is one that is not boozy, and I feel like I can enjoy it as a bedroom fragrance, but then it could also be nice as a living room scent as well, a nice wind down relaxing scent. And the main notes that really stand out to me are the mid and base notes. So I do get the cashmere, I don't really get the peony. It's not heavy on the rum or the wine notes, so don't let those two notes, you know, steer you away. This one, I don't know if it'll change once I light it, but mostly I get the cashmere. The patchouli isn't heavy, even though it says smoked patchouli is soft. The vetiver does give it some earthiness. The sandalwood gives it a smooth creaminess. Crushed velvet, I just think that's just a phantom scent note, but it is a velvety, smooth, sophisticated fragrance. I will say that. And I do feel like that top note of rosewood is blended in nicely with the other scent notes. I don't really get the top notes of bergamot or lemon zest with this candle. So if you like sophisticated, you know, relaxing types of scents, then Cozy Cocktail Lounge would be the one that you would want to go for. I think this one is still available in the 3-wick. Espresso Martini, I believe, is sold out online in the 3-wick because I didn't see it. But again, I purchased these in store, so I was able to get my hands on that one. But this one is really nice, and I think this will be a nice wind down bedroom scent. Next up, we have Ruby Merlot. Ruby Merlot is a fruity fragrance that has top notes of apple, dried red fruits, and orange, mid notes of port, which is a wine, cinnamon, blackberry, and rose, and base notes of oak barrel, sugared wine, and grapes. And to my nose, Ruby Merlot is the fragrance that is the most boozy out of this collection. I love me a good red wine or white wine, but I'm more of a sweet to semi-sweet. I don't really care for dry wine, so to my nose, this does smell like an authentic fruity wine fragrance. To me, this fragrance leans more heavy on the blackberry, and it does have that dried red fruit scent note combination in there with the blackberry. This is not Welch's grape juice wine. So to me, this fragrance leans more of a semi-sweet body wine. So it's not heavy on the grapes. A little bit of woodiness from the oak barrel. It definitely has that port note. Like I said, this one is boozy. I don't get much apple or orange in this one. It's probably just blended in there with the scent notes. But when this has that port that port note listed as an accord, whatever they use to mix that up and make that smell like a wine fragrance with this candle, it legit smells like a boozy wine drink. So when I first sniffed this one in store, at first I was like, I don't know. I wasn't going to get this one at first because I was like, but I kept sniffing. I was like, I feel like when I burn it, it may grow on me. So I'm just going to go ahead and purchase it and give it a shot. So I ended up purchasing Ruby Merlot because how could I not get the wine fragrance when I absolutely love wine? I'm not an alcoholic, y'all, but I do enjoy wine beverages and I do enjoy cocktails. Next up, we have Toasted Old Fashioned. Toasted Old Fashioned is a sweet and spicy fragrance that has top notes of birch, rosemary, and juniper, mid notes of caramel rum, brandy, and bitters, and base notes of vanilla, sugar, amber, and toasted marshmallow. And on cold, this one is the sweetest. It's one of the sweeter fragrances out of the collection. So if you like a more sweet fragrance that doesn't lean boozy, I don't want to say it has a boozy vibe. It definitely has a beverage vibe to it, but the brandy note, I don't get that. I don't get the top notes. So that earthy, herbaceous blend of top notes, I don't smell birch, rosemary, or juniper. I mostly get, it says caramel rum, but I don't get rum or brandy. I mainly get caramel, marshmallow, vanilla, and sugar. And the amber note, on cold, it doesn't come across like they threw a perfumey body care note in there. Now that could change when I go to light this one. I will say this is another one that I almost passed on because on cold, it is the lightest out of this entire collection to my nose. But I do enjoy caramel fragrances, so I did want to at least bring it home and give it a try. Now, outside of this Cocktail Lounge collection, I did help myself to 3 extra candles that I wasn't supposed to be getting. But this is Autumn Leaves. I have seen this candle for a while at Yankee, and it's not a new scent, but it's new to me. And every time I saw this candle, I said I wanted to try it. So while I was in store, I absolutely love, I know my ring light is probably, I love this packaging. I love this wraparound label on this candle. So let's get into the scent notes for Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves is a woody fragrance that has top notes of pomegranate, orange blossom, and white pine needles, mid notes of blackberry, juniper berry, and rosemary, and base notes of birch leaf, red maple leaf, and dried persimmon tree leaves. And yes, I absolutely love this fragrance on cold. It's woody, but it's also a sweet woody fragrance with some nice earthiness to it. I definitely get that top note of white pine needles. I would say I get a blend of white pine needles and the juniper berry. So it has a nice little touch of earthiness to it. It's sweet. I feel like the fruit notes sweeten it up. The pomegranate stands out more to my nose than the blackberry note. I don't get rosemary, and I would definitely say those base notes of birch leaf, red maple leaf, dried persimmon tree leaves, those leaf accords are definitely in this candle. Is there anything else I missed? Orange blossom. To my nose on cold, not so much. I mostly get the base notes, some of the fruit notes, and the top note of pomegranate and white pine needles. Mid notes of juniper berry. Like I said, the rosemary could be in there, but my nose picks up on more of the white pine needles mixed with the juniper berry. So overall, this fragrance is amazing. I'm so glad I finally got around to picking this one up. I know I said I didn't really want any more like fall leaning candles. And to me, the cocktail lounge, I did smell, what was those candles? At the Fantastical Fall, I forgot what that collection was called. Some of them were actually good. The pumpkin one was good. I liked Harvest Gems. That was the fruity one, I think. And it was a leaf one that I liked. The moonlit one smelled like cologne. Apple Orchard smelled like a nice caramel apple, but then it was something else. I think it had an apricot note or something in there that kind of threw that one off for me. And my store didn't have Fantastical Fruits. I think that one got clearance out on the first week or after the first week of that collection being launched. I don't know why. And I think a lot of people actually liked that Fantastical Fruits and said that was one of the best ones, I think, aside from Golden Pumpkin. I don't know if that was the name of the candle, but it was some ones in that collection. I was like, okay, this isn't absolutely terrible. I do like that Yankee is trying. Before, Yankee used to come out with like 5 or 6 new seasonal scents, and then you got the returning favorites for most of the seasons. And I don't even think they was coming out with like extra, you know, not collabs, but extra releases or collections in between the seasons. Sometimes I don't even think they did new summer scents for a minute. So I like that with some of the changes they doing, that it's like with the labels and stuff. I know a lot of people in the uproar about that, and in the performance, whether they throw or not and things like that. I get it, but I do see Yankee trying. Like even with that Fantastical Fall collection, I know they weren't classic fall fragrances, but a lot of their classic fall scents are already good. Like, so Spice Pumpkin, you don't really need 2 or 3 other new pumpkin scents. That's just how I feel. That's just me. I feel like every candle brand has their core lineup of returning seasonal favorites, and it's okay to step outside the box sometimes and not continue to just go traditional, because then that could get a little boring. So that's just my opinion, my unpopular opinion. But I love this candle, and I'm looking forward to lighting it up. And out of the Halloween candles, I know that they had the single wicks. I wasn't messing with those. I don't think any of these came out in 3 wick. So the 2 wicks do take a while to burn through. So I just picked out of the 4, I think it was 4 scents offered in the 2 wick tumbler jar. I picked 2 that stood out to me the most. The spooky treats or whatever smelled amazing on cold, but it was marshmallow and vanilla. I wasn't even about to go there. And then, was it Apothecary Potions? That one on cold didn't appeal to me like the 2 that I ended up purchasing. So this is the Phantom Bookshop. Phantom Bookshop is a fresh and clean fragrance that has top notes of orange, rose, grapefruit, and aged ink. Mid notes of cinnamon leaves, myrrh, I hope I'm not butchering this, olibanum, hedione, base notes of patchouli, vanilla parchment, guaiac wood, and amber. Now, I had to do a little bit of research on some of these words. Olibanum if I'm pronouncing that right, is another word for frankincense. Hedione is a jasmine accord. And guaiac wood is a smoky, woody, it's a sweet, smoky, woody scent. So I think I mixed up guaiac wood and I think it's agar wood, how you pronounce it. I believe agar wood is the note, the wood note that is pretty much oud. Guaiac wood doesn't smell like oud. Oud usually smells like a wet, damp, like moist, woody scent. So guaiac wood is totally different. And on cold, I really like this one. This one, y'all know I like unique stuff. I don't like to call fragrances weird, but when they outside of the box, it's not something that you can like just get anywhere. They're not normal, so they are different. So I won't say weird, but different and unique. I love scents like this. And it does have a fresh, clean vibe to it. This one, the Phantom Bookshop. Let's see. Orange Rose Grapefruit Aged Ink. I don't know if I smell ink, like an ink accord. It definitely has a fresh cleanness to it. It's not, I don't get spice. I don't get cinnamon leaves. It could be the jasmine note because it is something pretty in here. It could be the jasmine and the amber base note. Patchouli, guaiac wood. I don't really even get like heavy patchouli with this one. This like I said, this one is unique. I would say maybe, and even the rose note isn't heavy. Because I was about to say it could be rose in there, but I feel like if a floral note was to stand out in this, it would more so be on cold. I'm not getting a lot of rose. So maybe the jasmine, I don't know. It's really hard to decipher the scent because some of these notes I don't smell. I don't smell orange or grapefruit. This is a real unique blend. So maybe it is an aged ink accord. Again, I don't get cinnamon leaves. I don't get myrrh. I don't even get frankincense. Like, this one isn't like, it does have a little bit of an incensey vibe to it. But it's a fresh, clean. It's not a smoky, like incensey type of vibe, if that even exists. I don't know if frankincense and myrrh has, because when I smelled the Bath and Body Works version, that one didn't really throw well for me, so I can't really say. I think it was the Kwanzaa candle. That one smelled like fresh and clean too. So I'm gonna have to like this and honestly do research on some of these notes. Like, what would myrrh and frankincense give in a candle? Guaiac wood, sweet, woody. It's not even really a heavy, smoky scent, y'all. I can see a sweet woodiness maybe, but yeah, I ain't even gonna keep going on and on about these notes. This is something I would have to light and see. Okay, this note comes out, this one doesn't, you know, because just smelling it on cold, this one is very different. And then it says vanilla parchment paper. So yeah, I like it though. Whatever this scent blend is, to my nose, it does smell fresh and clean. And I want to say not powdery. It is a little, it's not soft to where it's like, I can't smell it, but it is like a smoothness to the scent. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to review this one because the Halloween candles, I think they done went 60% off. I do need to like this one soon though, just to see if before the 60% sale goes away, if I want a backup of this one. But I do like it. When I smelled this one, I was surprised at how much I liked it. And on the front, it says rose and vanilla parchment paper. So it could be rose instead of jasmine. But I'm not getting a distinct rose. But it does have like a soft floralness to it. So we'll see what happens when I light this one up. This one will be in the empties video. And then last but not least, I decided to purchase Mystic Toys. Mystic Toys is a floral fragrance that has top notes of clove bud and beeswax, mid notes of violet petals, dusty peony and aged linen, and base notes of patchouli, vanilla bean, and sandalwood. Yeah, and to my nose, this is a fresh, clean, powdery floral. So it's not really giving like spooky, scary toys. I mean, I guess a fresh, clean, it has a little like teddy bear on there that looks like beat up and stuff, but it smells clean. So I will say the violet petals, dusty peony, and aged linen, absolutely. Patchouli, vanilla bean, and sandalwood. Again, not too heavy on the earthy patchouli. If it's there, is probably a grounding base note, because I will say maybe a little bit of vanilla bean. I don't smell much sandalwood, so yeah, it says clove bud and violet petals. I would definitely say the mid notes. The mid notes stand out to me the most. The violet petals, dusty peony, and the aged linen. So, and it does have a powderiness to it. It's not mature though. It doesn't smell like old lady perfume or anything like that. But to my nose, it is like it's a floral, but it's a fresh, clean, powdery leaning type of floral. So, and it's pretty. I like it. So that would have to be a vibe in order for you to get into Mystic Toys. And while this doesn't give like Halloween, again, that's why I picked it up, because I have so many fall and Halloween candles, like traditional fall scents to burn through, that all of these ones I purchased, aside from autumn leaves, I was like, okay, I'll feel comfortable even if I got to carry these into November, December, January. So this one, if you like fresh, powdery floral fragrances, not even so much like fresh, but it does smell clean. So clean, powdery florals, then you may enjoy Mystic Toys. That's it. That's all I have for this Yankee haul video, you guys. I will be doing reviews of the Cocktail Lounge collection. Autumn Leaves, I could do a review on it, because there's always somebody new to the candle community and certain candle brands, because it is a new to me fragrance, but I know it's been around for a while. But the Cocktail Lounge will take priority. I kept calling. If you didn't watch my Harry Potter, because I was about to slip up again. If you didn't catch my Goose Creek Harry Potter haul, before, like in the midst of me filming it, I kept in my mind calling it the Polar Express collab, right? And I'm like, it's Harry Potter. Why can't I get it together? I said, well, maybe Goose Creek is going to do a Polar Express. Maybe I'm speaking it into existence for winter holiday as a collab. Well, what do you know? Yankee, I know I'm using my front camera, so this is probably all backwards to y'all, but they are launching a Polar Express collab. I hope they do more than just single wicks for this collab, because I would want either 2 wicks or 3 wicks. It says the Polar Express Tom's Yankee candle, introducing 5 new magical fragrances, exclusively available online and in stores October 27th. So this one that they have on here is, I guess, the Polar Express scent, which is going to have fresh bergamot and frosted lavender. But of course, it'll be more top, mid, and base notes like Yankee loves to do, with a million different scent notes. But yeah, so mark your calendars if you are a Yankee fan and you did not know about this collab collection release coming. Like I said, Yankee is trying. They trying, y'all. So I know. Because I was in the same boat as a lot of y'all. The candles don't throw that well for me, and this, that, and the third. But at least they're trying to create new fragrances, unlike some other brands out here. They're not doing a ton of repackages, and I don't think Yankee really ever did a ton of repackaging, renaming stuff, not since I've shopped with the brand. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what the 5 fragrances will be. And if they come out in 3 wicks, I'm more so gravitating towards purchasing some of those over the 2 wicks. But if they only come in single wick and 2 wick, you already know I'm going for the 2 wicks, because I'm just not a fan. Even though they changed the formulation on the single wicks, I'm more of a 2 wick, 3 wick, now 4 wick girl. So that's all, you guys. That's all I have for this video. If you happen to like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, bye.